We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. First play of the game, and already an incredible catch. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, here's Penix. He puts some power on a deep one left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the shotgun, Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
First down, Texas.
And again, it's Penix. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big gain downfield. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Returnable from the 2. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. His first throw is an interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. At the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Drake London with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Coup all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return starts at the 3. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They go play action. Here's Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Track 60.
Robinson on the inside give. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Staying with Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on the 3rd and 1 run.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on 1st. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. Bateman hauls it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Really gay there on the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
From midfield on 2nd down. Connects with Bateman. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Our score, 17-7. Back to 8. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Penix to throw. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
He's still going at the 30. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Trying for it with Penix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Gets everything he has under this throw. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys reduce the lead to just 4. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Penix on first down. It's into the hands of Mooney. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Third down, it's Penix. Oh, he missed that one and he knew it. Put it behind his guy and now it's 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Right back to Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and just 2 to go.
Check, Panther. Go.
It's Pacheco again. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
First down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Penix. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go, sack.
Penix looking to pass. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
18 left.
Penix now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Sack.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete. And now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's dropping back to throw. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Let's go now.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with work to do on 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing now on first down. Gets this to Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Go.
They are throwing it again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive.
Okay, ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. 19. Red. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 now. Gets this to Bateman. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We're going to have a stoppage here as we look to see that's Rashad Bateman, who was injured on the play. He's being tended to. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Penix working from the gun. Flush down now to his left. Throw left side, complete. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start to push into Cowboys territory.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Penix. He puts everything behind this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Set. Half the 60. Half the 60. Ready.
Throwing it to start this drive. He's throwing deep to the... And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40.
Ready up.
One last play before the break.
Come on. Set. Go.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Returnable from the 2. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He finds Johnson. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They send a receiver in motion right.
Ready.
From the 32. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Back to throw now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
On first down, here's Penix. Bateman hauls it in. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 43. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Penix now on first down. Buying some time right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, or you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That throw intended for Drake London. So now it's going to be third and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he is on third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half.
He's off to the races! And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown! The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys lead by 15 now. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Penix now. Connects with Bateman.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Tight end going in motion here. First and 10, around to Robinson. He cuts it to the right. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He's going to field this at the 2. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 39, he's got Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On the draw, it's Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, and they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Here's second and 14. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Dropping back to throw. And they pick him off again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Penix here from the gun. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that'll bring up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air with Penix. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Looks like we have somebody worse for wear after the play, and that's Isaiah Pacheco, who's in some pain. They're looking at him now. So now here's 3rd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard run. Wow, it leaves him just a yard short on 4th down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's go now.
They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
70 Lions. Go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Cowboy 80.
Here's 2nd and 11. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He'll throw it. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, second and very long. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Pass play coming here. Pacheco hauls it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Gets this one to Pierce. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Falcons going nickel to defend this third down play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Reload, reload.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Hold the ready. Smash, smash.
They'll run now with Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys leading by 8.
A 36-yard attempt.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash.
36-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, These are the moments they live for.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
Here's Penix. Fits it through the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Penix on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Penix working from the gun. Gets this to Bateman. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Penix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Now to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Falcons spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. Touchdown, Atlanta. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So here we go. The Falcons lining up for a big two-point conversion attempt.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try. Setting up to pass. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, the comeback is proceeding according to plan, Brock. That conversion trims this to a field goal game. Now get that ball back, baby. Get it back.
And you know that special teams coach is down there telling his guys that. Don't come back to these sidelines. Don't come off this field unless you go get me the ball to give this offense yet another opportunity.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Returnable from the 2. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
It's Pacheco on third. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
So on fourth down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. We don't get a return at... And the Falcons will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go.
Staying with Robinson. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance to the turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Say, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said.